All right, friends, welcome to Mining Positivity with PJ, and today is the Monday Mine. Man, it's October. It's October already. I cannot believe this, but I'm very, very excited. It's my favorite time of the year, and I just love Halloween. I love the fall. Everything about this time just makes me happy. And so we're going to be doing some mining today, and we are on the EPOCH SMP Season 1. So you're getting kind of a sneak peek at a really basic mine that I have set up on this server here with some friends. And yeah, we're just gonna, ooh, don't mind if I take that iron. Everything in the beginning is so hard to get. So I've only found 3 diamonds so far. But yeah, so spoilers, I guess. But yeah, you know, today is the Monday Mine. This is a special thing we do on the first Monday of every month, where we go mining and we find ourselves talking about something important in life. Usually something very positive, or how to positively deal with something that might not be so easy to deal with in life. But we're going to keep it pretty light today. We're not going to be going crazy deep and talking about anything really like harsh. I feel like a lot of the Monday Mines have been like a really deep dive into something. And so I kind of wanted to keep this one a little bit on the lighter side, and it has to do with what it's about. So the weather is changing, like the seasons are changing, and I find myself getting ready for winter and getting ready for fall. I've been going through my closet, I've been digging out my sweaters, I've been looking for my jackets and all that, and my hoodies, my massive extensive hoodie collection. I love hoodies. I just feel like they're just warm hugs like all fall and winter long. So I usually wear hoodies like under my winter coat just because I absolutely love them. Like if I have an excuse to walk around in a hoodie and not be sweating, I'm going to walk around in a hoodie. Like that's just the way it is. I love them. So that's been really fun, but that's kind of the point of what I want to talk about today. When seasons begin to change around us, when it becomes winter, summer, spring, fall, we recognize that before it happens and we begin to prepare things in our life. For me, I really dislike summer. Like that is my worst time of the year. And so when summer's getting ready to kick off and the weather's changing and it's starting to get warm, there's a bunch of things I do. One, make sure that the air conditioning unit is running and the central air is clean, and I've got a clean filter in there and all that stuff, because that baby's going to be running all summer long. Number 2, make sure I got some extra money in my bank account to pay for the electric bill, because that thing is going to be running all summer long. And I'm not even kidding with you. Like, I despise heat. I'm a naturally warm person. So as soon as it gets even slightly warm outside, I'm boiling all the time. So I prepare for the summer. I just know like it's going to be a difficult time for me. I'm not going to be a super happy person, and I'm going to have to find a lot of ways to stay cool. And so the opposite happens to me around this time of year, though. I start getting super pumped. I start feeling like I want to get up every day and just go after life and try new things and explore and get outside and go to pumpkin patches and drink pumpkin everything and taste pumpkin flavored everything. And it's just like a really happy time for me. But for a lot of my friends, it's the opposite. Like, this is a season of maybe even dealing with some depression, maybe even dealing with some kind of just like down emotions, because for them, they don't want to go outside. It's cold. They don't want to go and enjoy pumpkin patches and things like that. They want to be at the beach and bathing in the sun, and they're dealing with the loss of, you know, the heat waves that we've been having endlessly month after month, which has seemed like it's lasted forever. And so the point, though, is that as the seasons change, we prepare for that. We get our blankets out in the winter. We get our coats out in the winter. We get our snow boots as soon as it starts snowing and things like that. But what we don't tend to do a lot is prepare ourselves emotionally for our emotional seasons. And so like I was just talking about a minute ago, a lot of my friends, they don't feel super pumped about fall or winter. Like, that is their least favorite time of year. In fact, I live in a place where it snows a lot during the winter, and we get we had something called a polar vortex. If you don't know what a polar vortex is, look it up. But basically, it gets so cold that if you're not inside, you could literally die from it. Like, it's that cold. It's not a great thing. Ooh, that's awesome. I've been looking for lava pool. Sorry, I got distracted there because that's really, really cool. I needed that. Actually, while we found that, we'll just dig up to it. But yeah, so polar vortexes, like, for me, don't mind it, but for some other people, that is like just the worst possible thing that could ever happen in the entire world. Like, they already don't like the cold, and then you have a polar vortex on top of it, and boom. My best friend in the entire world literally moved across country because of things like polar vortexes and stuff like that, because he doesn't enjoy, you know, the winter. Like, that's just not his jam. He doesn't like that. He doesn't want to be around that. And yeah, so he got his family and literally moved out and got away from it because he just couldn't be around that. So, and ooh, that's not great. Let me light this up real quick. Oh no. Oh no, friends. That shouldn't be happening on a Monday Mine. We're just gonna pretend like we didn't see that, and we're gonna come back over here, and we're gonna go back the way we came. We're gonna actually dig out this top layer now. We're looking for diamond, in case you didn't know. We're down at negative 58, where we can find diamond, so... But yeah, getting back to our Monday Mine, but yeah. So, we need to prepare emotionally for seasons of whatever it may be. Positivity, negativity, just general happiness or unhappiness. So when we're talking about seasonal changes, like those kinds of things, they don't seem as obvious to us to be able to prepare for, but we can learn emotional patterns in our life. Like, for instance, I'll take myself as an example and be vulnerable here, but like I said earlier, I don't like the summer. And so when spring comes around, I tend to become a less happy person. I'm not like absolutely just miserable to be around, but I'm definitely less happy. And so by the time summer hits, like, I'm really, really not enjoying things. Like, I'm really struggling and not wanting to do anything, not wanting to go anywhere, not wanting to hang out. You know, my friends are like, oh, we're having this barbecue or this block party, and, you know, come hang out with us here and do that. And those are the last things I want to do. I want to see my friends, but I don't want to be outside. Like, I'm not enjoying that time. And so I have to emotionally prepare myself the same way that I get my coat and my blanket out for winter. I have to start gearing up mentally for these seasons where I know I'm just going to be struggling for a while with the weather, you know, with my emotions and the way that I have to interact during those seasons and deal with the discomfort that I might have, you know, with that kind of change in my life. And so I do things during that time to get ready. I intentionally make plans to do things outside with my friends a couple times, you know, within reason, that I know is going to be uncomfortable, but I'm going to get myself out of the house and I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do stuff. And you know what? Most of the time I wind up having a decent time. You know, it's not really that bad. But I want to talk about what is like more common. More common is during the winter and fall times, people tend to get like locked up in their house and they want to be outside, and so they begin to feel a bit more down and they begin to feel a bit more isolated and alone, and those things can quickly turn into some pretty dark times. And so we need to like be ready for that. Just like we're going to get our coat, we're going to intentionally make plans to hang out with friends. We're going to intentionally make plans to set reminders to call people, to interact with them, to go on, you know, meetings and outings and dates and all of that stuff, so that we are not isolated and we are not alone. And we're going to look at our calendars and we're going to make sure that these things are happening in some somewhat regular intervals throughout those seasons. We also need to make sure that we have safety net people. So my good friend that I was just talking about a minute ago, many years ago, I told him, like, hey, you know, I need you to just check up on me once in a while. You know, just ask me, like, are you okay? And I'll do the same. You know, I'll check on you, make sure, like, hey, is life good? Like, is everything all right? Talk to me. Like, be genuine, be honest. And, you know, I'll do the same. And so have safety nets, especially during those times when you know it's going to be a season of difficulty. Now, I've been talking a lot about like weather related stuff, but this could be anything. You know, like particularly changing jobs, taking a new job, that kind of thing. You know, those things can create a lot of stress. They actually say one of the most stressful things in an adult's life is taking on a new job, and then secondly is moving. So, you know, if you got some major life changes coming up, well, that's going to be a season of emotional change. And so it's time to break out the coat. It's time to break out the blankets. It's time to break out the sunscreen, whatever it may be, you know, for whatever season it's going to be in your life. But it's time to start preparing for those things. On the flip side of this, for me, this is a great time of year. And so I'm going to capitalize on this and charge my batteries through the roof. I'm going to be getting out. I'm going to go to pumpkin patches. I'm going to be buying Halloween decorations. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Actually, this weekend, I've been putting up all the Halloween stuff, and I can tell you I genuinely feel the joy from that. Like, that is one of my favorite things to do, is start bringing out all the Halloween stuff and putting it up and seeing my neighbors do the same and seeing what kind of stuff they're putting out and all of that. And, ooh, yes. And so I'm taking the opposite approach right now, and I'm going to say, okay, this is going to be a season of emotional strength and goodness for me. Let's capitalize on that. Let's make sure we're taking full advantage of that time and doing all the fun things we can do during the time that we have with it, because, you know, nothing truly does last forever. And so when we're having good times, it is time to capitalize on it. It is time to make sure we're taking full advantage of it. And that's what I plan on doing. And so the Monday Mind is just a time for us to encourage, reflect, and be there for each other, and to offer some kind of advice. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. What kind of season is this for you? During the winter times, is this like a happy time for you like it is for me? Or do you find yourself kind of struggling a bit with, you know, the cold and not wanting to be outside and feeling a bit isolated and things like that? Because I would love to know that. I'd love to connect with the community. And that's what I'd like to really start focusing on now with this channel. We're growing. We're growing now. We're close to like 200 subscribers, which means that people are starting to regularly see these videos. And so I would like to, let me get rid of some of this stuff. But I'd like to start building a community of people who are encouraging to one another and who share some thoughts and ideas on how to make life better. I'm always looking for ways to make life better because I believe we can live a good life. Life can be good. It might be difficult sometimes. It might be hard sometimes. It might be tragic sometimes. But overall, it can be good. We just have to take the steps necessary to put ourselves in a place for it to be good. Because a good life is not necessarily everything going right. It's just us putting ourselves in a mindset where we're enjoying the ride, enjoying the challenges, enjoying the different things. And so this is kind of creepy when I'm walking and talking like this. That camera gets really close. All right, let's run out of here. We only got 2 diamond. That's not enough to make a new pickaxe. I'm kind of disappointed by that. I want to keep going, but I don't know. This pickaxe is about to die. My whole plan was like I had 3 diamond. I was going to make a diamond pick and then get 3 more diamond and make another diamond pick. And then so eventually I start getting more diamonds than, you know, I didn't have. We've got some iron, so we can do that. But, oh, man, that's disappointing. That's disappointing right there. We got some lapis. I mean, that's good. But, yeah. All right, guys. I don't want to stretch this out any more than it is. Look forward to a lot of new content coming out this week. Look forward to Nomad series return. Look forward to the EPOCH SMP Season 1, which I'm in right now. And look forward to all kinds of cool stuff coming. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are having a season of happiness and joy. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, friends.